Hi, this video is from Moderators. We're going to give you a quick tour of what you need to do as a moderator. So first of all, we have provided you with a document that looks like this. And even as you watch this video, if you just hover your phone over the QR code here, you'll be able to just pull that document up for your own reference quickly and easily. Through this document, we talk about your session moderator responsibilities before the session, the day of the session, and then 20 minutes before the session, right before, as you launch it, as you introduce the speaker, and wrapping things up. So let's go through these things one at a time so you know you've got it all covered. Moderator and host, you have basically 5 responsibilities once you get into the session yourself. The first is to start the recording, then welcome people, monitor the chat, distribute the IT promo code at the end, and stop the recording. And of course, all the way through, you'll be providing ongoing support. You're the glue that keeps everything connected and moving along smoothly. Now, the first thing you have to do a day before the session is take a look at this particular document that we're looking at right now and review the Zoom participants. That Zoom participants sheet is right here. Just click on the link. So that link takes you to a one-pager slide that you may like to share with your participants at the beginning of the session as you moderate it, that just reminds them to keep their phones out of sight unless, of course, they're being used in the presentation. Check their audio and video settings, make friends with the chat, and know that they can play with how their page displays by clicking on the icons in the top right of their Zoom view. So that's your tips for them. Let them know if they lose connectivity, please rejoin. And one last thing is if they are going in and out of the exhibition hall and visiting sponsor booths and the Kumo space rooms, you may want to remind them that if they're having any video issues in Zoom, just close out of their tabs where they've been using their Kumo space so that is completely closed, and that should help them when troubleshooting Zoom issues. Anyway, moving right along. The next thing you want to do is contact the presenter. Just let them know that you're going to be their moderator. Give them an idea of the things you'd like to say about them as you introduce them by looking at their bio. And check with them in case they want to use breakout rooms. And we're expecting most people won't, but you might find the occasional person, now we're another year into this, who might want to use breakout rooms as part of their session. And the reason you need to find this out now is that as a moderator, you are going to claim the host ability for the meeting, which means you will be the only person who has the ability to create breakout rooms. So if your presenter wants to use breakout rooms, either you will make those rooms for them, or you will pass on co-host ability to them, and they will be able to make the breakout rooms with that ability. So have that conversation with them. And we talk about how to create breakout rooms in our Zoom video for presenters, and we'll add the link to that into this presentation documentation. So that's your presenter. Are you playing a video commercial at the start of your session? If you are, make sure that you have it all keyed up, ready to go. And as you get started, you're going to make sure that when you open your sharing for your screen sharing, that you'll open that sharing button, you'll choose the screen where your video is, and then remember, this is the important part, to check off share sound and optimize for video clip. That way, people will hear the system sound coming from the technology instead of coming out of your speaker and into your mic, which would be not as good of a version of the sound. So, day of the session, you know that the Zoom link itself will be posted on the website itself under the schedule. So underneath each room, there will be a link to the Zoom room there. And once you get there, check that link works. That your audio and video settings are set up appropriately in Zoom, and then you can claim the role of host for your meeting. Once you've made sure that your sound and video are good, you need to claim host. So this is how you do that. Once you've clicked into your Zoom meeting, your Zoom screen comes up like this, and there's no waiting room. You can go straight into the meeting. And so what I see here is some other people in my meeting, And I know that I'm going to be the host, so I need to claim host. So I'll check my sound. I have the right mic and speaker. Check my video, I have my right camera. So I'm set, I'm in the meeting, but I need to be the host. So I will click on participants. And at the bottom here, it says claim host. I am on a Mac. We'll check what it looks like on a PC as well. I'll click claim host. This button comes up. I paste the host key that was sent to me in the email that introduced me to my presenter. You click claim, it verifies the key, and now you'll see at the bottom of my screen, I now have all of these other options. So my next thing, as my meeting gets ready to begin, is I'm going to check that I know how to record the meeting, clicking here, and I'm going to check to see if I have any video commercial that I need to show at the beginning of the presentation, and I need to check that I can share my screen properly. So let's say I have a screen that I want to show. I would click share screen, and I'll just show our meeting notes here. But say this was a video, I would have to make sure I say share sound, optimize for video clip, and share. So now I'm sharing my screen. If I have a video, I can press play and play that video. So we've checked the Zoom link works. We've checked audio and video work. We've checked that we've claimed the role of the host. The easier way to claim the host is to just get into the session in time to be there when the last person is still there, because then as they leave, they can just literally click on your name and pass it on to you. If you get stuck, the top corner of the website is a link to contact us. So I click up here and I can go down to need help. And right there I have the phone numbers for Linda and Doug and their email addresses, and they will be monitoring those closely through the entire conference. Right before your session, you'll be there on time, you'll welcome everybody, you'll claim the host as we said, and we have our sample presentation on that slide I showed you already. Here is a sample script you can use if you like. It just looks quickly at the interface, the chat. If you have tech support, what to do, reminds you about Kumo Space and recording. And at the end of your session, because you're going to hand it over to the speaker, you'll wrap things up. You have been given an IT Coin promo code. Pass that along to participants in the chat as things are wrapping up. You can thank the presenter for their session. You can stop the recording, so that's when I'll come back in here again and make sure that I stop the recording that I started before, and then invite the participants to continue the conversation up in the rooftop lounge, and also check out the exhibition hall to check out all of the sponsors' resources and go through that video chat link to go up to the exhibition lobby rooftop lounge area again, so you can chat with sponsors at their booths in their own individual Kumo Space rooms. So enjoy the opportunity this year to rub shoulders with other people and finally be able to network again. And thank you so much for offering to moderate a session. Bye.